Haha, oke, wait. Bentar dulu, bentar. Oke.
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often.
How greedy of me.
How greedy of me.
Ih, enak lagunya. Yap, oke. Let me see. Oh. Pakai karakter Cryo di Fontaine nih enak gak ya?
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else go? I have some new friends that I would like to introduce.
Oh, they all just went out a moment ago.
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning soon. I suppose that can't be helped.
That can be helped.
Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal diver.
Hello.
Nice to meet you! Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler! Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as a brother, Linny.
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me?
Emang teori. Bukan gak boleh riak, gak boleh dikejar.
Okay, I see.
Lo kan gak live stream nih.
Is everything
Gak mungkin
alright?
dapet sih. Aduh, gak mungkin dapet nih. Dapet.
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a little housework. Sorry for the interruption. Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets. Were you able to get any, Fremine?
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials. I was about to give them to you.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work. All right, I'll take these to the workshop.
Looks like rain.
Nah, tiba-tiba hujan.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sunny just a moment ago? Fontaine's weather sure is weird.
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are trials being held in the Opera House, but don't worry, it'll clear up soon enough.
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It's said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went, every time it weeps, the skies will cloud up and pour out rain. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should yell toward the sky at the top of my lungs. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
Your mom.
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it rain wouldn't be very unusual. Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or could at least play along.
Sorry. It might be because we've never met the Hydro Dragon. Perhaps it can't be comforted by the words of strangers. It rained for longer than I suspected. Oh, it's already getting late.
Was there something you needed to do, Linny?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. I need to find a way to catch the last aqua bus of the day. On the day of the performance, just ride the aqua bus to the island of Aeneas. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Wait. Oh iya. Let me, where are... Okay.
Oh, are you leaving now?
Ya.
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. You feel nervous delivering the materials for the magic pockets, is that it? Perhaps we could trouble the traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont
Bocil itu mah
workshop
dong
and
ngomong.
deliver them to the owner there. I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite
Tapi bisa aja
introverted.
sih nanti
And the
tiba-tiba di
boss there
tengah-tengah
tends to be
kan.
pretty talkative. Fremine has
Arkon
always been a
Hydro.
little afraid of her.
No trouble at all! Don't worry, we're on the case!
Kelewatan.
Oh, bocil kematian sih anjir.
Sorry for the
Oh iya,
inconvenience.
Bapak sedang
I'm
ini ya.
quite useless when it comes to such
Jangan
Jangan
tasks.
dulu,
Jangan
jangan dulu.
lagi diceritain itu.
I'll think of a
Jangan
way
lagi
to make it
diceritain
up
itu
to
ya.
Ih, jangan dulu, jangan
Mau gak mau
dulu.
ngomong itu bangsat amat tuh bocah anjir. Gue
Oh
masih
iya.
bingung itu bocah itu memerintahkan di fonten itu bisa jadi Arkon itu gimana coba ceritanya.
Waduh, di atas gimana cara naiknya?
Langsung
Ini
ke dari Sumeru bocil bijak ke fonten langsung di drop terus anjir.
How do I get up?
Bocil bijak langsung di brus anjir.
Langsung di nerf ya.
Langsung di nerf anjir.
Gede banget
Ini-
fonten.
Ini kapal
Main
kan
City-nya.
sebenarnya. Ini kapal kan sebenarnya.
Gue pusing.
Oh,
Ntar
loh.
naiknya gimana? Aku mau naik lift dari
Tuh kan.
mana? Sorry ya dulu lah.
Itulah. Kau akan merasakannya.
Gede bener.
Fonten fonten dipanjat-panjat puyeng mutar-muter. Ya tengah liftnya ya Allah. Hilang dong.
Oh, liftnya di
Ada
tengah.
lambangnya gitu, ada ikonnya lah gitu.
Oke, terima
Anjir
kasih.
gua harus di ini gitu.
Gede betul anjir.
Bocil ngeselin story Genshin udah selesai. Baru bagian 1. Gua ini baru yang kelar mau ditraktir sama Mbak Navia.
Ah,
Mbak Navia itu, aduh. Kenapa Arkon Hydronya nggak dia aja ya? Lebih ini gitu, lebih bener gitu. Nah, yuk kita lari-larian dulu. Ih,
ah. Ini kah?
ini kebanyakan ini ya.
Jelek banget.
Ntar ini gue di mana anjir? Oh ini.
Gue harus pakai yang
Langsung
satunya
ke
deh.
paling tinggi.
Kira masih nyambung tadi.
Nyambung kemana tuh?
Enggak, musuhnya kira Arkon nyambung gitu. Oh halo Fatim Kun.
Kirain Fatin.
Halo.
Fatin Kun.
Nyata lebih sableng dari Fenty itu. Fenty masih mending ya, cuman mabok-mabokan anjir.
Itu ngeselin si Diluc dia mah.
Wah, main ngeselin sama bartendernya aja. Ini anak ngapain sih ke itu mulu gitu. Frina anjir. Waduh. Pengen banget apa? Oh. Pengembara ini harus kalah gitu. Harus kalah.
Ini Sumeru.
Ya bocil beneran
Gede
gitu.
banget. Ntar ini Inazuma.
Oh iya ya.
Mungil kotanya, fonten gede banget.
Itu pulaunya masih setengahnya kan itu? Gak mungkin segitu kan? Atau emang segitu?
Gak tahu, tapi kotanya aja gede banget bangsat. Gimana gak gede size-nya? Ngotak dikit lah, bikin kota.
Boleh minta saran blade nggak bang? Blade gue nggak punya.
Gak punya dia. Saya juga gak punya.
Itu masih 1/4 kalau fonten. Anjir, itu masih 1/4 loh. Ini Semeru dong. Tapi berarti laut semua kan dia. Pasti berenang nanti kayak anjir itu aja.
Iya, belum lagi ke bawah berenang. Wah, udahlah itu.
Masalahnya pas di air itu nggak itunya monsternya apa? Kita elemental side-nya elemental nyerangnya nggak pakai ini, nggak pakai air mulu gitu.
Oh, hello there.
Si
New
karakternya
customers?
pakai
Looking to
pecut-pecut
buy,
air itu
or do
anjir.
you need something made?
Ceprot
Perhaps
air.
you're just looking for a chat with me.
Nggak bisa pakai
No, we're just here to deliver
serangan
some
kita, anjir.
materials. Here they are. They're for making what were they called
ini kan
again?
banyak kan underwaternya
These
gue
must
belum
be from
ini.
magic pockets.
Belum
I could tell right away.
paling
I've
gue
already made several orders
Arkon
worth
Hydro
now.
dulu Arkon Quest dulu baru
No
gue
need.
kelarin
They've
semuanya
already
tuh.
prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them a discount. But they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run. It seems both their hearts and their pockets are made of gold.
Wow. So, is Linny actually loaded?
I can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's good money to be made being a magician in Fontaine.
Belet.
Is this machine what you use to make stuff here? It looks really advanced.
Cuman
Mana
Why use
maksudnya?
your hands when a
Orang
machine
blade
can
doang.
do the
Apa nih?
work? It would be a waste not to use the
Paras
latest
ketaris
technology.
kayak faring.
And wasting is a kind of crime.
Apaan ini? Balapan
Where does a big
pakai
machine like
gold
that
card
get its
coba.
Kenapa
power
lagi?
from?
Jam bilang ini
Well,
pasti
it's a little complicated.
Ke bawah di
I'm not sure
jalan
I can
coba.
put it in layman's terms for you. But basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by
kan request.
indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced from trials.
Dah, ini yang kubus nih. Tadi suka
How can
pusing nih yang
trials
kubus nih.
produce energy?
Oke.
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details myself, but basically, when a trial is in session, the oratrice mécanique d'analyse cardinale harvests people's belief in justice
Wait,
and
what?
converts it into energy to be used all around
Salah.
Fontaine.
Oraki Makil.
Kenapa? Tiba-tiba begitu gitu.
Namanya
Konten itu
Oraki
gambaran
Makil,
Jakarta
aduh.
2030 ya Water 7 Pak itu.
So
Water
that's
7
what
itu.
its other function is? Paimon heard that the Oratrice was created by the Arkon to make
Apa-apaan nih?
judgments.
Kenapa pronounce amat? Saya
Paimon
belajar
still
bahasa
doesn't
Inggris
get
aja
it.
do
How
puyeng.
could something unreliable like people's
Apaan?
beliefs be turned into a stable
Oh
power
itu
source
Anda
for these
bahasa Inggris ya?
machines?
Iya. Aku ke kebukri. Hah? Naon? Gimana?
Apaan anjir?
Sini
Banyak
lu.
banget. Banyak banget side quest di sini. Aduh. Nih
Dia bawa gitu.
ngehack kode GTA gue diuji di sini
Relies on
kayaknya.
the machine to take the energy created by belief and turn it into power for all of Fontaine, right?
Even though I've never heard anyone
Waduh.
really put it that way before, it sounds like it makes sense. Besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy called pneumosia. It isn't produced by the power of the Arkon,
Ini
but
kah?
it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civilians.
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking,
Pakai
I'm
mobil
sure you
golf
wouldn't
di
mind
jalanan
a
coba.
few words with me.
Lambat bener.
You again? Didn't I already promise you
Oh,
that I'd have
okay,
the
okay,
more
okay,
I owe to Conferee of Cabriere by next month? Why are you hounding me now?
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want 50%
Nah,
today.
ini
Wait,
55
no,
gitu. Jadi
70%.
Loh, naik.
You...
pas pengadilan sama
This isn't so
Furina
great for
kamu
the
ngulang
workshop.
terus gabang
We've
atau
already
bener terus?
finished our job and delivered the materials.
Lebih
Now's a
mikir
good
sih.
time to leave.
Tambah itu
Hey,
bukan
hold on.
dari awal lagi, cuma
Before
di
you go
orang
around
langsung
trying to collect
dikoreksi gitu.
payments, why don't you
Tapi
settle your own
nggak
debts
terlalu
first?
ngulang-ngulang
If
banget
Conferee
sih.
of Cabriere wants to poach
Simple
clients
sih,
from
karena
Northland Bank, that's
hint-hintnya
fine.
langsung.
Ya bukan
But I'm
game
afraid you
bukan
still
game
owe the
yang
bank a
SL
hefty
Trinity
sum of
atau
So
Danganronpa
why
ya.
don't we work things out between us first before you get back to your little conversation here?
Kalau
you're
Danganronpa
from
kayak gitu iya.
Northland Bank.
Pasti
But we said we'll
bubar
pay
tuh kalau
everything we
ngulang-ngulang
owe
terus.
next month. Why are you hounding me now?
Gue suka cuman miss tempat doang sih.
Traveler,
Harusnya
Paimon!
di sini,
I didn't
oh
think
ternyata
I'd
di
run into
situ
you here
gitu.
in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too. What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
Fontaine, ajaib.
Long story short, I've already been in
Boom.
Fontaine for some time now, and honestly, things have been pretty boring. But it seems that fate brought our paths
Oh
together
ya
today.
tere.
Not only will I have some good friends here now, but ones who always seem to find trouble.
Meledak-meledak ya.
Either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get a lot more interesting now.
Pretty sure
Oh,
we'd want to avoid
tinggal nih.
anything that you'd
Aku
find
coba kesini dulu
interesting.
ada apa?
Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far. Right, Traveler?
Ya,
Hey, you, Northland Bank boy.
Northland
Aren't you forgetting
Bank.
something?
Don't interrupt.
Oh,
It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to sit and twiddle our thumbs while you catch up with your friends? Listen to me,
Ada
boy.
peti.
If you want your Mora,
Mami.
fine. Why don't you come and take it?
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing, Tusser said,
Areng Navia
Hey,
itu.
that's way over the line. All right, boys, let's see who has to pay up
Itu
now.
yang meledak lagi. Belah.
can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get rough with our clients. You're the ones who started it. This
Ini
is
harus
an
pakai
act of
susang nih kalau
self-defense.
kayak gini nih.
You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
Susang, Syang.
I don't want to
I'm sure
side
this
with
won't
him,
take
but
long.
whatever. Chill deh, chill deh, chill deh.
Baru ketemu Cilde.
Ketemu
Dateng
lagi ya
dateng
kamu.
bawa masalah.
You're mine.
Gue malah kayak dejavu deh nanti.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Dejavunya Liwe nanti.
Ya ada jamu liwe bawa masalah, disabotase sama orang.
What did I do?
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a staffer from Snezhnaya's Northland Bank? Wait, don't tell
Where
me
is my
you're...
Oh,
Tehicele?
now
Ada
you
bom.
notice. It's a little late, don't you
Wah.
think?
Kan
Just
ada-
make sure you understand that you don't mess with Northland Bank. Got it?
Ini ngapain nih?
Huh?
Oh itu tengah itu kayak
Mampus.
merasa itu akan lawan bos di situ deh. Tempat-tempatnya.
That was weird. I'm not sure.
Aduh.
It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them. Maybe there's something wrong with my vision?
Where is my house?
Gue mau ngomong tapi yang sebelah
First
lagi
time Paimon's
nge-live
ever
tuh.
heard of someone losing control of their vision.
Nge-live Genshin, jadi gue nggak mau ini.
Nge-spoiler.
Never mind. It doesn't
No.
matter. If I want to stay sharp,
Jangan,
it
Man.
shouldn't be
Jangan
relying
iler,
too
Man.
much on
Jangan.
my vision anyway.
Yang ngiler.
Besides,
Gitu.
I always have my delusion in case I need it.
In case
Makan
you
lah,
need
makan
it.
kalau ngiler.
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? Don't see its
Di,
work for
di
Northern
Fontaine
Bank.
gue akuin sih, misterinya bagus sih.
Well, I
Gameplaynya
guess
asik.
it's because
Dan
I've been in a
setidaknya
bad
si
mood lately.
misterinya tuh itu.
Dapat
Apa, ya gak
Nggak.
bolong lah, gak
Since when
bolong.
bolong
do you
banget.
feel down about anything?
I don't know. Maybe I still have a lot to learn about myself. But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless
Walker, apa
power
lagi nih?
stirring inside of me. And I don't know why, but every now and then I feel like I'm in a terrible mood.
Nah,
Maybe
Ketemu
you
lagi si
losing control of your
Franklin.
vision just now is connected with that power
Jadi
you're feeling
abakus ya.
inside.
tumben
That is a
pinter Paimon.
possibility.
Dia mah sekarang lagi so pintar
I
itu.
can't remember if
Lagi
I
sok
ever mentioned it
pinter.
before, but when I was 14,
Lagi sok
I
pintar.
fell into some unknown
Kita yang
abyss.
mikir, dia yang
It was
ngomongin
during
kan.
that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who
Kan
took me
katanya
under her wing and
kita-
taught me was named
Kata,
Skirk.
apa namanya, kita
She was always
ngomongnya
quiet
irit
and
katanya.
very
Sama
mysterious.
kayak adeknya
Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been
Emang.
through.
Jadi nete.
She
Karena
was
Paimonnya kan
always very
ngomong
strict when
mulu.
teaching
Kita
me
gak ada
techniques.
gak kebagian.
One time,
Iya,
I asked her why
nyerocos
she was
mulu
willing
si
to take me
Paimon
on
mah.
as an apprentice.
Isi,
From what I could make
kalau
of her
misalnya
answer, it
karakternya
was
ngomong sih seru sih. Dia ada dialog
because I
kayak
had
gitu.
awakened
Jadi hidup
it,
gitu.
and traces of it remained on
Tabitonya
me.
itu.
She said that all my
Yuan
combat
sama
training would be useful
Yuan
in the
Jing ya,
future.
maksudnya Jing Yuan. Ya.
But
Oh, ini bapak yang ngeluarin Titan armornya.
She never explained that. But my guess is that it's
Oh,
related
ini.
to a dream I saw when I had just fallen into that
tapi-
abyss.
Usaha malam.
In my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the
Ini
boundless seabed
kuantum
was all
tapi
around me.
elektro lagi ya
But
kayaknya.
in front of me appeared a
Ungu
whale that
ini.
was so massive, I felt
Oh.
like I couldn't breathe.
Banyakan ini dong listrik dong kayak gini mah.
a whale?
Imaginary aja
Gak apa-apa.
benda semua.
Familiar! When
Gacha
we fought
Shogun,
against you
gacha
before,
Yae.
you summoned a huge whale that seemed to leap at us. Is that
Ya
the one?
kalau Genshin iya Mi. Kawan kayak
That's just
beda.
an abstract form of a whale that
Kagak
I
ngaruh
create using
mau
my
sama
elemental
enggak.
powers. It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget it.
So
Akan
you
kepake
used the
juga.
whale as inspiration for
Buat
one of your
ada
moves?
challenge tipe spiral abis juga kan, yang
Seems
dimana
a little
butuh beberapa
twisted to
party
Paimon.
dan affirmation.
Ya hampir sama sih, cuman ya bedanya ini mah
So
turun
why
biasa
don't you
aja.
just go ask your master? Maybe she knows the answer.
Gue baru nyampe ya,
You make it sound so
bagian
easy.
pertama yang ini sih.
Ever since the
Yang
incident I
mau ke
experienced there,
15.
I've never stopped searching for Master
Itu,
Skirk and
tai.
that unknown abyss.
Gak kuat mulu gue.
But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing. There isn't even a trace of the place where I remember falling into the abyss.
Oh, it sounds like some kind of ghost story.
Ini Jiniwan ini
Yeah,
kayak
I'm out of
Zhongli yang
leads at this point,
males gitu.
but there's nothing more I can do. It seems that
Udah
strange
bosen gitu
encounters
ya
in this
berkuasa
world
kayaknya.
tend to be elusive like that. Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere else I need to be, so I should get going.
Ya, hush.
What? More work for the Northland Bank?
Pergi kamu.
And no, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's official champion duelists whenever I'm
Oh?
feeling bored.
Official champion duelists? You mean it's their job to duel?
Yep, in Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to defend their honor by requesting a duel with an official champion duelist. The champion duelists are
Wow.
all-powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. And the duel itself is a no-holds-barred fight with no specified stopping point. So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to
Anjir.
win the duel, they'll be acquitted.
Kenapa sih di sini
But if they
bocahnya
lose,
songong-songong ya?
they'll have no choice but to stand trial. And the worst case scenario is that you're simply
Ani,
killed in the duel.
Swan nih tipe
Though it's rumored
sundere-sundere
that
ya.
Fontaine has a death penalty, from what I can tell, no one has ever been officially sentenced to death. So really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being
Indoks.
accused, or those who greatly value their honor. Otherwise, why gamble with your life?
So, do many
Saja.
people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win.
Sundere emang nih.
Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to show that the nation respects the honor of its citizens. Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching to face them as soon as I got to Fontaine. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her for some time before she finally agreed to face me today.
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before. Clorinde. Huh.
Aduh, paling susah ingat nama
Oh,
orang.
before I forget, I want you to have this.
Huh? Your vision? You're seriously just giving it away?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again.
Jangan bilang
I'd be
Cilde
pretty
di sini
upset if it
meninggal.
got in the way of my duel. So, I think I'll be better off without it for now. Besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while. I'll
Paling
come retrieve
kekuatannya
it when I
hilang.
have some time later.
Paimon knows what you're up to.
Keluar
You
dari
just want an
Habringer.
excuse
Tapi
to
nggak
come
mungkin sih.
talk to
Kayak
us
gitu
again,
pasti
don't
diincar.
you?
Whatever gave you that idea? I'll be in touch later.
Udah, dia tuh dagang itu, dagang mainan.
That sneaky guy.
Pensiun dari
He said he's
Harbinger,
been
dia
feeling down
dagang
lately, but
mainan.
he seemed the same as ever to Paimon. Well, since we don't have much to do for now, we might as well walk around and see the city before Lenny's
Aku
performance.
penasaran sih Arkon Hydronnya doang sih. Tepatnya kenapa bisa kayak gitu?
Oke,
Mesti banyak yang belum
wait a minute.
ketahuan sih emang.
Hmm.
Jadi kita tungguin aja.
Wow, who could have seen
Seluk-beluk.
that coming? The reporter
Ya
who was
ada
barely around for most
ada
of the story was
bayangan-bayangan
the
gitu kan dia
murderer all
kayak
along.
punya
What?
dua sisi gitu kan.
Masalahnya
Jangan
dia kan
spoiler.
emang kelihatan apa?
Gak sopan.
Dia kayak kelihatan yang gak mau kalah.
Sorry.
Yang gak mau kalah tapi di sisi lain dia
just
kayak yang
surprised,
kepaksa-paksa
that's all.
karena itu kan.
Hmm.
Wow, apa
Paimon
si
never
apa
saw that
orang-orang
twist coming. The murder mystery
orang-orang
novels
kontennya
here are
terlalu menjunjung
amazing.
dia gitu.
Hmm.
Jadi dia ngomong dikit aja, wah bener juga dia kan jadi, hah? Padahal dia cuma asal ngomong kan, tapi mereka langsung wah iya gimana gitu.
Kok sama ya kayak film?
Wah, gak nyangka bisa lihat si Paimon baca.
The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light novels you see from Yai Publishing House. Both have their merits, but
Body
Paimon
armor,
thinks
please.
this style of novels are more, well, novel. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the mystery is uncovered, especially in the one Paimon was just reading. You should buy a copy and read it too.
Tadi udah kena spoiler.
Oh, sorry about that. Paimon will be more
Apaan?
careful next
Apaan?
time.
Si Paimon lagi baca.
Hey, shouldn't we be heading to the
Paimon
Opera House to
baca.
see Lenny's performance soon? It's almost time for the show to start, so we should get going.
Paimon ini
Lenny
kok
said that the Opera
lucu
House
kok
is
di
on
sini.
Aaron Yes. So let's go right
Lagi
back with us.
tegang-tegang dia malah ngelawak di situ. Kurang ajar ya.
Betul, Bang.
Lagi tegang-tegang ngelawak kata gue. Misteri pembunuhan di tempat tertutup.
Waduh. Kok aku mendengar suara Konat.
Dede.
Tet, 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 tererere.
Hmm.
Yang gini. Teret, tet, tet.
Langsung objection.
Lain lagi.
Si Naruhodo emang.
Naruhodo emang. Where should I go? Up. Naiki jalur Navia. Itu Open sesame. Kok banyak furi sih di sini?
Kan dibilang konten solid.
Konten solid.
Itu ada makhluk itu apa kayak res.
Lu mau nyelot aja Mbak King Kue ya. Duh.
Res apa namanya tuh? Melasin. Cukup lagi namanya.
Ini lagi Mbak Sundere nih.
Jalur Navia.
Anjir,
Masuk lantai 3.
nanti ya. Kalau demo add nanti dulu ya, bentar. Nanti
Tequila.
gua kelarinnya di ini dulu. Apa lagi nih?
Oke, La Basah.
Lah basah.
Loh.
Ini kayak yang ini ya. pintu kemana aja itu ya, yang di Genshin.
Kemana-mana.
Yang apa? Yang pindah-pindah itu.
Ini tuh, oh ya benar. I'll be back for the thing. Halo.
Halo.
Kapan? Segera.
Halo.
Dari itu situ ya.
Joget.
Welcome to the Navia line. I am Elfan.
Gua
Hai,
kesini
The
dulu.
boat will be departing
Ambil
imminently.
peti-peti yang deket.
Please do not stick your head, hands, or other body parts outside the boat.
Peti-peti yang
The aquabus operator is not
Kaget gua.
responsible for any accidents or injuries resulting from doing so.
No way.
Oh, itu api
Also,
sama es
Please
ya.
remember to buy the steambird, though I don't read it myself.
Thank
Dah,
you.
The destination of the current tour
Dah
is
gue yang
Rainy
kayak kena.
Nest.
Aduh.
Points of interest worth visiting include the Fountain of Lucine and the Opera Epiclese. If you look to the left in the direction we are currently traveling, you will see the famous Fontaine Research Institute up in the sky. An experiment
baunya
gone
apa
wrong turned new
Puzzle
sightseeing
lagi.
opportunity.
Oke.
Human ingenuity truly is a wondrous thing.
Oke.
What the frick is that?
How
What is
greedy of
this?
me.
Nggak bisa muter ya?
Ada lagi nggak? Bacot lagi lah. Diam-diam baik lo. Tabok.
Oke.
Bisa duduk nggak? Bisa duduk aja. Nah.
We are now approaching our final destination.
Baru
Please be
duduk.
sure to bring all your
Oh.
personal belongings with you as you disembark.
Ini berarti ini kita
Even though I will take any forgotten items to the lost and found, the paperwork is rather annoying as Melusine hands are not suitable for grasping pens. Please be careful when disembarking.
No.
It has been my honor to be your tour guide this trip. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Naik
Kaget
kapal dulu. Wih. Selamat di Fontaine.
Welcome to content.
Kemana saya? Bentar.
Ayo.
Strong kali kau.
Naik kapal lagi kah?
Sip. Wah, teleport.
Tolong lalar itu yang mana?
Aduh, kubus lagi. Gue benci tuh kubus tuh. Saya melihat kubus di sebelah sana.
Kubus besar Alaska.
Ini orang-orang sini.
Ada itu. Ambil dulu lah. Ambil dulu, masuk ke dalam. Wih, keluar lagi. Basa.
Bisa. Yang ini dulu. Anjir digeplak sama koper ya. Gue baru ngeh.
Ini dari atas. Jangan keluar ini.
Boom.
Boom shakalaka.
Ini.
Lo, aduh, go. Anjing. Topinya gede banget. Gue kira makhluk apa anjir. Wah, foto dulu, foto.
Yang di
Cek.
Aquabus.
Iya. Wah, Timmy pasti senang banyak burung. Tembak-tembakin.
Ah, ini dia.
Now this is fancy! The Opera Epicles. What a place to hold a performance! No wonder Linny and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Arkon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
I don't know why you always
Eh,
feel the
kenapa jadi
need to
rokok?
ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
I guess if they're our
Lagi,
kid,
man.
then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Where am I, Heli? Oh,
Maybe
there.
this is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a
I
lot of
just do
couples here.
wrong. How?
No.
Vache.
Oh,
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
bentar. That sounds familiar.
No, Paimon didn't say anything.
Come on.
Are you hearing things?
Oh,
Agak
Daniel
keluar.
WN lah, bebas lah, terserah saya. welcome, Sky. Tapi ini sih males baca gua, makanya dub Inggris, pakai dub IN. Aku malas baca. Jadi teksnya bahasa Indonesia, ininya bahasa Inggris. Mantap.
Oh, come on. Ini gua muter-muterin kubik nih
Suruh
nanti.
siapa tadi?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine.
Okay.
All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Bocah anjir.
Lynette, you scared Paimon. When did
Nah.
you get here?
Lenny asked me to wait here for
Ini
you.
berarti-
Remember?
Agak lucu sih emang.
Right.
Makanya kadang pakai dub Inggris lah gitu kan. Karena gua sering lihat kemana-mana streaming pada pakai pada pakai voice Jepang, jadi ya sekali-kali lah.
Kan aku ibu.
Nah, kamu lain. Bentar.
What do you mean? There are a lot of
Udah
people
di
here right now.
atas.
Suara seperti
Berdarah.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you?
Ah, kira
Besides, it's the middle of the day.
main kubik doang gua.
Time for eerie
Yung
things.
banget.
I see. I
Ah,
might
dapet
be able to tell you
sepatu.
something that could help explain the voice you heard.
oh,
In fact,
Oh, yay.
you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what
Muat
you
ulang
heard is a
temporal.
result of your
Okay.
hypersensitivity to the hydro element.
oh,
Others in my family have had similar
Oh,
experiences.
come on.
eh?
It's because of her
Kata Kigen.
sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait,
Sini ya.
what does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
Oke, wah.
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Wah,
Then you should
Unang.
understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
aduh.
Penjelasan yang menarik.
So, what did the voice say?
Situ ya.
Huh.
Oh, untung aja kita
If
buka.
you were
Tadi udah
hearing
buka
their
di sini.
emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first.
Oh, kenapa lagi dia?
Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Linny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Okay.
Right.
He's that kind of
That
guy.
makes sense. Let's go in and see Linny.
Mana datang?
Lenny. Kokit. Oke, let's go.
Nah,
Mana?
Masih, Bang.
Lenny. Lah, malah manjat. Pintu ada untuk dibuka ya, bukan untuk dipanjat. Pintu saking gedenya, gue deketin malah manjat.
aduh. Ini Gen.
Dia pemanjat yang handal.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. Good to
masalahnya-
see you. I
Bacot.
knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
Ya.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time.
Oh,
The audience still
repot
hasn't started
lagi.
entering the venue yet, which
Banget
means
repot.
now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house.
oh,
Wait just a moment. I'll fetch the tickets.
mantap. How?
The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations.
Tidak.
I've already reserved your
Tidak.
seats, and here are your tickets.
Nice.
Ooh,
Get the
front row
juice.
seats. Thanks, Linny.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking
Bangku
me.
paling depan. Wah, nonton Oppenheimer.
Hey, Lenny, could you come over here and take a look at this?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go to our
Bilang, bos.
seats. You go ahead, Linny.
You can go. Making
Kucing
stuff
suara
here.
hahing.
Is it down or up? Let's go up first. Woo! This place is big.
Iya itu Capcom yang apa Mega Man X Capcom yang Mega Man yang X Dive ada versi offline.
Bukan yang game gacha itu.
Iya. Tapi jadi ada versi
Iya, karena
game
servernya
offline.
kosong.
Your seats. Come on, let's sit down.
Mahal lagi. $30.
Kalau nggak salah karena servernya kosong itu.
Udah
Jadi
gak laku itu.
iya.
Soalnya sistemnya
mau
nggak asik sih,
nostalgia
maksudnya
cuman
gacha.
oh.
Udah.
Dia mau
Pertama-
nostalgia, mau ngincar nostalgia tapi nggak bisa.
Iya, nggak bisa masarinnya.
Udah karakter gacha apa sih upgradingnya juga ke gacha juga. Bukan ke gacha apa ke limit kan kalau
Hey,
pasti
Traveler,
yang tipenya gitu.
maybe we should
Aduh.
strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically empty still. It's kind of awkward if we don't say anything.
Lah, kan itu kerjaan lu, Paimon.
Wow.
Of course you put this on Paimon.
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh,
Boom.
so you heard all of that, did ya? Boy, you sure have good ears. Paimon thought she was keeping her voice down. Wait, that's not it.
Kapan
Sorry.
Paimon tidak bisa kapan
Paimon's the
Paimon
one who
bisa
was being
bisik-bisik
rude,
aja.
talking under her breath like that. So let's talk. But what should we talk about? Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front.
Boom.
Are you a friend of Linny's too?
Ah,
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Oh.
di canon.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny then? Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly
Hancur
forgot to
akhirnya.
make her introduction. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Vaudain.
It is an honor to meet you two.
Tiba-tiba diri.
I have heard of your deeds across Tevat.
Oke,
And as
waduh.
required by proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Kenapa sih nama-nama orang
Mr.
Fontaine
Linny,
pusing-pusing amat?
I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your
Bullet.
performance in person.
Oh, wait. Nervilette? Could he be...
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who
Dari
Monsieur
tadi.
Nervillet is. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
Ooh! Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really. And by the way, I should probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking a pose for quite
Apa sih lo ditempel gitu?
I believe she is trying to give you a
Nempel-nempel
most
nyata.
elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
Flustered.
Boom.
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face. Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best.
That
No
is
need
for
to
the
pay her
best.
any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Huh?
Huh?
So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Wait.
Man,
The
kalau
show's
lapar
finally
pengen
about to
makan nasi.
start! Paimon can hardly wait!
Kayak
Paimon's
gitu,
never
Mi.
seen a real live
Oke.
magic show before!
Udah siang, man. Makan nasi sana.
Oh, they're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry, Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Boom.
Cak bacot. Paimon nih.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera
Paymentnya
Epiclese.
udah yang pakai
I am the
kacamata, Bu.
star of today's show,
Belum.
Linny. And over here is my sister Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant.
Jadi Profesor
Please, let's
Doktor
give her a warm
Paimon.
welcome.
Profesor
Hello,
Dr.
everyone.
Paimon.
I know she may seem
Lenny,
to be a
siapa?
little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Ini tuh di
Lenet.
Now, some
Lynette.
of you may be thinking,
Lynette.
two vision holders who can freely
Lainey.
manipulate elemental powers
Lainey
performing
sama Lynette.
magic is not true magic at all.
Simple.
So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
Waktunya Genshin lagi. Terus aja kok gitu.
Waktunya Genshin.
Both Lynette and myself have
Habis
removed our visions
Genshin,
for the
fokus
show.
cerita.
That way, even
Habis
the
beres cerita,
gods
balik
will
lagi
be
ke
able to
GTA.
help us.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show
Harus
begin.
grinding banget sih emang
Lynette
duitnya.
will now exit the stage to make some preparations. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure she'll be stealing the spotlight
Aduh,
soon enough.
salah.
Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
Ooh.
A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless.
Putar sini.
Huh?
Akhirnya berhasil.
But this isn't what you came
Oh,
for.
ini balik lagi sini.
These little tricks, you've seen them all before.
Yep.
So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think?
Sebelah sana.
This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before
Peduli,
your
weakness,
very
weakness.
eyes.
Ah. Bodo amat. Weakness. Ah.
It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
Boy.
Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
Nah. Aman. Aman. Aku sedikit panik.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Paimon didn't see him do anything. Wasn't
Diam
Lynette
kamu.
inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking. To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
Yep.
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you, everyone.
You're
I'm glad you
welcome.
enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. I've prepared even more astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and
peti doang.
disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen.
Terus putar-puterin kubus.
I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough.
Yeah.
But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member.
Kau pintar, March.
Please, if my
Aduh, banyak
assistants
lagi.
could bring out the magical boxes now. There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here and one is there in the aisle among the audience.
Paimon nih.
I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap! Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each emerge from the opposite box.
Okay.
Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow! How's he gonna do this? Hey, do you
Diam
think
kamu.
this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
Aduh, Fung
The
Sua,
lucky
kenapa
audience
kamu
member
tidak
will be
bantu saya
generated by
gitu?
this
Pusing
random
saya.
number selector.
Oh.
It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations!
Oh, siap,
You
siap.
now have the chance to experience magic firsthand for an entire minute. Please, come forward. My assistant will take you beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the fortress of Merapede.
Kafka lebih cantik begini ya, tidak ada kacamata, tidak
Okay.
jahat. Hai.
All right.
masuk.
Ya
Before
kan?
I enter the magic
Chop, chop.
box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58.
Buset,
Just
dari 60
keep
dong.
counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh, Paimon kind of wants to count faster after hearing him say that.
Lagian hitungannya kan bareng-bareng, kamu nggak bisa balap.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
60, 59, 58.
That's right, perfect. Keep it
Aku
going.
ya salah
All
nih.
right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
54, 53, 52? Huh? Why aren't you counting, Neverlet?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me. Just enjoy the show.
Oh, all right. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or
Apa tadi
something.
suaranya agak potong-potong ya?
39, 38.
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double-checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the
Wah.
wrong places. For
Yang mengerti tak
example,
bernubuat
midair right
apa
above
itu?
the audience.
Kafka nanya Kafka.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
Biar makin meriah, bentar.
Aku mau meluk boba, maksudnya.
What was that noise? Did you hear it too?
Halo, aku mau meluk bobanya Kafka. Enggak, maksudnya.
Apa man
Not
mau
sure.
meluk goba?
Anyway, it doesn't seem like anyone's worried about it.
Tuh kan, dia kan sering
Anda harus butuh izin si siang
What's
Yang
wrong,
Ling.
Mr. Linney? I can still hear you moving in there.
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration.
Siang Ling.
I'm trying to fix it, but
Butuh
it's
izin
pitch
Siang
black in
Ling.
here. I can't tell left from
Dibakar.
right.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The
Wah,
show
nih
is what's
Hoyopers nih.
important.
No,
Ada
that's
bug nih di sini.
unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry, we still have 20 seconds.
What
Hear
is
them
that?
counting?
Apa itu?
yang di atas
Ah,
meriah
it
betul.
seems things aren't quite going as planned.
Burung-burungnya
I
pada
apologize, everyone.
tut 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 tut.
It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring
Pada
to do such a
baris-berbaris.
long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of
Lucu
time.
gak tuh?
Wah, ini ada bug nih di sini.
Anime lagi.
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician
nyari
like me
bahan.
can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time.
Bahan
Hey,
yang
wait! Is
robot-robotan.
this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside.
Gimana aja deh dapetnya.
Nope, that's not it. I'll try again.
7,
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5, 4,
No, kau ke sana.
Whoops!
Jangan
That doesn't count!
0.
Suki.
Aja kali ini. Hah? Waduh. Ada helikur. Helikur keren. Helikurnya bersayap.
Si Line itu Patarno.
Hah? Patarno?
Wait,
Line.
Patarno?
Ya Patarno yang suka sulap prok itu.
suka sulap, prok. Oke.
Is this part of the show?
Itu kalian lagi lihat
Mr. Line,
acara The Master
You're
itu
going to
tuh.
use magic to fix the
Konten
stage
itu.
now, right?
What
Tapi
happened?
maksudnya baru mereka berdua doang, man. Nggak ada duel-duelan.
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box,
Nyari bahan
right?
yang robot-robotan
This
di mana ya?
performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of
Elio
Justice.
siapa sih nih?
No need to be
Shadow.
alarmed, you two.
Elio.
We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
Okay. It turned the table.
Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell,
Jadi
one of the
penyebabnya siapa
assistants
ini?
in Linny's magic troupe.
Masa kita?
Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found.
Wait.
It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance.
Hilang dia.
And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
The serial disappearances
Oh ya,
case?
aku juga butuh bahannya
That's the case
sih.
that Charlotte mentioned before.
Ini. Yang bunga-bunga biru. Dari mana aku menemukannya?
I know the truth.
Bohong
I
nih.
can see through the whole thing. Really? Using such a
Serius, Man.
shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really
dapatnya?
underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Okay.
Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
This all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right.
Biji-bijiannya.
How can Linny do
Benih-benih.
this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances.
Ya
He couldn't
ampun.
possibly mean catching himself.
Probably.
Kesini lagi.
Save discussion for a later time, please.
Wah,
Lady
ini kayaknya
Farina,
gua coba
may I
restart.
assume that your comments
Taruhan
just now
kayaknya deh.
constitute an accusation against
Kenapa?
Mr. Linney and his
Bak nih,
associates,
suaranya
and that you are
potong-potong gitu.
pressing charges?
I just think that he...
Ah.
Well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
Waktunya
But what
berenang.
Lady Farina said just now makes
Main
perfect
tenggelam.
sense.
Wih.
Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A
Aku akan
kidnapping
mengambil
and
skill.
murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
No, it's a stupid idea.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing. That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Linny, won't you?
Kelar ini kita
After
restart
all,
nih.
he was
Angkanya
the
nih.
one who helped you the
Bug
Jadi
first time we
Genshin
met.
langsung.
Ngebug nih.
Then there's no problem at all.
Apa itu?
You know,
Apa
the
itu?
Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met. But with Linny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
The opera.
Wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her
Daneng.
sights.
Masih
Putting her
berpetualang
dramatic
aja ya.
rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you,
Oh shit.
are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case?
Katsura bisa diam tidak, Luka.
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House.
Katsura janai.
Both sides may investigate the
dah.
scene to build their cases and search for the truth. Linney and his troop are all potential suspects and shall remain within the Opera
Di situ
House.
berarti. Nggak jadi
The
gua tadi
audience
mau
may
ini.
begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot outlander can build in such a short amount of time.
Bacot.
I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
Lumai.
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course. Who wouldn't be scared after witnessing an accident like that?
That's
Yeah,
too
I'm a
much.
little shaken up myself.
Yang bagusnya tuh yang di
How
perbatasannya
could this
itu
happen?
yang si
And
Fontaine
poor
pas kita
Cal. I know you
pas
already
di
claimed
telepon
that you
awal
would
banget
defend
tuh.
me,
Oh,
but
air
now
Serem
it's
banget
just us
ya,
talking.
bau peti mati gitu.
Tell
air
me,
mancur lagi.
do you think I could
Itu apa,
possibly
air
be the
terjun
murderer?
perbatasannya tuh.
To be honest,
I understand. Even I'm not sure what happened, so I can only imagine how difficult it is for you to grasp the situation. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion.
Jadi,
I don't know whether what
Kafka
happened
ini
there on the stage was purely an
datang ke
accident or
sini
not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box.
beraliansi sama
As
kita
for how
gitu.
that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly
Jadi
disappear,
begini.
I'm afraid I don't have
Ada apa
any
nih
answers
di
either.
negara ini?
If
Apakah
someone tampered
Teleronnya
with my
ini
performance, then we need to figure out what they did. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself
lebih
couldn't
kuat
pull all
harus
that off in just
jadi
1 minute.
Teleron Hunter sama ini harus beraliansi.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Paimon.
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier.
Pasti yang pakai kacamata tuh.
Iya, tiba-tiba.
I think they look cute on
Jadi
you,
dokter
Paimon.
Profesor Paimon kan.
You have good
Lagi minum tiba-tiba dia mau langsung kacamata
That's the right
begitu langsung muncrat gua
Feeling
anjir.
depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self.
Lagi tegang-tegang gitu.
But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that. We'll be counting on you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes, count on us. Aku sudah biasa kok. Kok biasa? Dasar emang sudah
Biasa
bisa jadi
babu
budak.
simulator.
Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Ah, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I suppose you're right. The truth behind our tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it. We should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Nyangkut pohon.
Let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Detective Paimon is on the case.
Bacot. Paimon berisik.
Nggak di mute.
Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
Ya.
Nguburin-
I see.
nguburin
You
di
must
depan
be the
ini kan.
traveler that Lady
Bukan
Farina
tuh.
mentioned.
Gue lihat kumis
What do you
NPC aja jadi inget Asmi anjir.
Ngapain?
Oh enggak, kumis Paimon, kumis Asmi.
Kumis
Kumis
GTA.
GTA.
Ya.
GTA.
The deceased is
Kumisnya
one of
tidak
Linny's
hanya di
assistants
atas
named
mulut
Cal.
tapi juga di dada.
Even though he hadn't joined the troop long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him.
Hebat kan? Kalian akan terbawa mimpi itu.
Anjir.
Saking impactnya terlalu
The
kuat.
assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting
Iya,
the props,
tiap cutscene
as
lihat
well as assisting with
muka-mukanya
the show and keeping the
Suka
crowd
loh.
engaged.
Dengan rambut keriting dan kumis.
Bisa auto,
Kumis
kenapa
ya.
tidak?
Kumis di dada.
As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it.
Suka tuh paling enak karakternya.
This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap.
Ooh.
All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident.
Okay.
If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
Yeah, probably him and a lot of assistants.
He doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
We just met yesterday.
Well, you can't say we're good friends, but we've known each
Si
other
pendiam,
for
Luka
a
aja.
little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand.
Ayo, let's go.
I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence. Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just know that I'm warning you for your own good.
Yes, thank
Anyway,
you.
you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
Ini, oh, Suka.
Shikuku. Kamu dapat memastikan kondisi perolehan bukti dan petunjuk saat ini melalui catatan
Keluarlah
dan merapikan informasi terkait.
anak burung.
Aduh, tidak, aku tidak mau berurusan dengan dokumen. Kamu juga bisa memastikan bukti dan petunjuk yang belum ditemukan di catatan kasus dan melakukan pemeriksaan serta mendapatkan bukti dan petunjuk. Gunakan skill persepsi untuk menemukan bukti dan petunjuk yang dapat diselidiki di sekitar dirimu.
Papet. Oh, di sini ada papet
dalam
juga ya.
radius tertentu untuk meningkatkan
Kemajuan negara.
Laporan investigasi menyelidiki. Males banget gue baca, ya ampun.
Harus mikir.
Gue males baca.
Kalau gak mau mikir juga tinggal asal itu aja sih, input aja, ntar juga dikoreksi.
Aku males baca.
Enter.
Aku sengaja pakai dub Inggris karena aku males baca. Oke. Find a clue. Clue. Klik.
Nani Korea.
Ibi Wakanda. Wait. What?
Oh. Aku meng-trigger reward.
Oke.
Oh,
rahasia. Omoshiroi na.
Omoshiroi.
When he's still talking to the guards, it seems he'll have a
Can I
lot of
see
explaining
Celesta? Oh,
to
itu
do.
dia.
I think someone will be
Celestia.
assigned to monitor us later,
Jelas
but
sekali. Gak ada yang
that's alright.
ngalangin dari sini.
Okay. Okay, we go out. Open the door.
Hey, you!
Hey?
Yes, both of you! Over here!
Ah,
I've been keeping an eye on you for a while now.
I like her.
Rahasia.
Huh?
Budens.
You mean us?
That's right. If
Oh,
I'm not
yeah?
mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Si apa
have
namanya?
you never heard of the Spina di
Wait,
Rosula?
Wait.
From mediating
Kayak
disputes
karakter
and providing
playable ya?
protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president.
I like her.
Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
I'll get you.
Boss.
I'll get you.
Mademoiselle.
Mencurigakan nih, Mbak.
Navia.
Well,
Ini nih.
I am the
Playable
second
banget.
generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous
Playable
title.
banget.
My apologies,
Ini mukanya agak
Demoiselle. Should you
lain
prefer,
nih
boss,
dari
I will
karakter
endeavor to
lain.
use that instead.
No need. You don't have to call me boss.
Muka
Just
yang karakter
Navia is fine.
playable. Kamu calon potensi karakter playable.
If you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
Karena muka kamu bagus.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand.
Yes, my lady.
That's right.
Oh.
I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter
Yes,
back
my
from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so
Bisa
too.
kameranya turun
That's why
dikit
we're
nggak,
looking
Pak?
for clues now.
Biar saya bisa lihat bobanya.
What?
But how did you come to that
Hello?
conclusion?
Nah, gitu.
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Kalau dengan ibu.
Farina sure was quick to point the
Maka,
finger at Linny
tolong
without
ledakan
any
orang ini.
decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she? But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment
Burial
someone levels
contest.
charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Waktunya bertanam.
Sounds
Cuma
more
di
like
sini
you
doang
just
yang
don't
ngebug
trust
kayaknya.
the Hydro Archon.
Well,
Langsung mah.
what's your
Feedback.
opinion? I must admit that she can be
Game
interesting at times. But liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her.
Serang nanti sama
Yep.
penasihatnya yang
Ya
Ayoko.
tinggal
Alright.
buktiin.
I've answered your question. Now, it's
Tinggal
time you
buktiin
answer
yang
mine.
emang bug-bugnya.
Ini.
Oh.
Ya udah, kan nggak bisa dipatahkan kalau gitu. Ini
Well,
banyak bug nih
I
di
say
sini.
it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Anda kan bukan bicara sembarangan, emang bicara
And
seadanya.
why would that be?
Emang gini?
See, Silver and Maloose? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. I too think that the traveler's response was most excellent. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact. And if that can be done, boss, then
Okay.
All right, that's quite enough, Maloose. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors.
Sudah di sini mau
I need to
dibunuh
make
ya.
some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Since when did we become
Oh iya,
assistants?
kok belum komision.
Oh, well, I can be an assistant.
Berapa
Sure.
commission?
Or your companion if you like.
4,
I'm really not that fussy.
tapi jauh-jauh.
That's more like it.
That's more like it.
Dibayar 60 doang.
Oh,
60 primogen.
far be it from me to brag, but I
tidak.
believe that demoiselle's
Apa ini?
intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
Blady. Mas
Lady
Blady
lagi.
You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over
Please
there?
jangan dipanggil Blady, aku sudah
You seem
muak.
like you've got something on your mind.
Kenapa?
Gara-gara meme video itu anjir.
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Linny's tricks.
Oh.
Thanks!
Cuci otak. Ini boneka.
Pakai mesin cuci ya. Digiling itu duit. Otak.
Cuci otak sama Kafka.
Saya
mau.
Ah, gimana?
Gimana? Mending kamu cuci piring dia di belakang. Sana.
Kadang fireman ini.
Kadang.
Kagak ngajak-ngajak.
Anjir. Nona Tingyun.
I see that you're investigating the area.
Yep.
Well, it just so happens that I'm
Nuna.
interested too.
Okay.
If you find any new and interesting
Nuna tuh apa?
leads, be sure to share them
Korea
with me,
kah?
all right?
Nuna.
Okay.
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Opa Nuna.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first? The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
The thud? Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
Yes, exactly.
Jigger.
It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath, so no one paid it much mind.
Dari awal
Now
Anda
that
emang
the
bahaya,
incident
man.
has happened, the
Ngomongnya.
thud has become an important clue.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
Itu ada.
I'm of the opinion that it
lagi
may
nih.
have been the sound of Linny's accomplice, Lynette perhaps, jumping
Oh,
atop the
man,
water
this
tank or
rapper.
something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water
There.
tank crashing down.
But wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing. Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
That does remind Paimon, though. What was with that sound?
Suara aneh ketika pertunjukan sulap. Suara gedak-geduk.
Suara sepatu.
Apakah berhasil? Oh, tidak sepertinya.
Permisi, permisi, numpang tanya.
Boom!
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? Do you think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's something wrong with it?
You're trying to help them? That'll be a tall order.
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? The lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
Well, that much checks out. Linny reserved our seats for us too.
But you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down. So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks?
Sepertinya itu loh, ini kubus ini nyebelin banget.
Why are you suddenly so serious, traveler?
Ow.
Ada bener nih.
Whoa! Look! This bit is made from different material! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left.
Coba. Biar kita gak ngantuk, mari kita ngapek.
Langsung ngapek sekarang.
So if a rope
Lu mau
meant to
ngapek?
hold something was
Tiap
made with
hari
that
gua
kind of
ajak tidak
material,
mau. Giliran gua lagi main Genshin dia mau ngapek.
Suka saya. Kan saya pun pengen main sesukanya. Aduh, beku lagi.
Diajak main apek malah main OE.
Iyalah. Oh iya OE, kenapa saya gak main OE aja?
Nah, main OE sana. Hush. Saya lagi main Genshin dia mengapek.
Lagi mau ngincer hero barunya yang OE. Soalnya tipenya gitu kan. Kalau gak didapetin dari Battle Pass harus beli.
Harus beli.
Mahal banget. Bisa didapetin sih ya tiketnya tuh, tapi itu harus main beberapa bulan gitu. Baru kumpul buat beli satu hero.
The investigation team is
Kan
still
otomatis
collecting
orang-orang
evidence.
pasti gitu, pasti
The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list.
Gua aja baru udah main beberapa bulan, ini baru kayak yang bisa beli.
It's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The magic troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects. Simply put, she wasn't related to the magic troupe at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Aku masih asik
Were the victims of previous cases
konten.
also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were
Mari kita ke dalam air.
Okay. This. Okay.
all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Okay
Tadi.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Oke.
Waduh, nih fontnya udah ini ya.
Sing 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 sing.
Izin aman.
Aku butuhkan bantuanmu, ikan pari.
Ini Wang.
Oh ini dia bahan-bahannya nih. Oh di dalam airnya juga ada yang mesin itunya ya. Oke. Berarti gampang.
Oh udah 2. Satu lagi. Oke.
Hidalga.
Token. Nothing's here.
Ayo berkeliling konten. Menyelam.
Nothing also here.
Bersama.
You. What do you have?
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Lynette as attorneys, so we're investigating the case. Were you always guarding this entrance?
Habis di bus
Yes,
jadi hilang
after the
kekuatan.
Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on.
This is the power. Hah?
I
Bentar.
doubt there was much opportunity then
Dapat healingnya
either.
di mana nih di dalam air?
Can you be so sure?
Well, because
Oh, can
I
I
was in
get
charge
a
of
healing?
security near the entrance at that
water.
time, I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my
Hello?
luck. But still, I did not
I'm
abandon my
underwater.
post. And I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was.
Ngajar.
If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have
Kira
noticed it,
apa ya lu
let
malah?
alone if they had tried to leave. We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This will be useful info.
Wow.
Not
We've
right.
checked everything of note here at the
Kak.
performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh,
Almost
things are
there.
getting interesting, huh?
Yes.
We're about to see how magic is made.
Lenny. Wait, where are you? Lynette.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and will be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange
Why
here?
you shoot me?
What strange?
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
No, they are not.
Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering
They
the answer.
are not dropping anything.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get?
Ada kotak di dalam kotak.
Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used to achieve that effect.
Huh? Phonograph?
My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
Oh.
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So that's how it all worked! Wow! Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would.
Ooh.
But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Oke.
Coto nemui.
Oh.
Coto
Luas.
nemui kamu.
Oh, tangga. Terus what is this?
Huh. What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of odds and ends here.
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
Oh, ini orang-orang Lauhu ini umurnya panjang semua ya, gara-gara pohon.
Do we have anything else? That, and these.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Baizu bisa ke sini nih. Untuk mempelajari keabadian nih.
One of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear? And here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
Oh yeah.
Oh, these are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right? Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Right. And
Loh,
do you
kok
really need
jadi
to
ada
do that
lensanya?
if you're kidnapping them?
Oh, iya juga sih.
Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a detective anymore.
Okay. Get all of this. And this. And what? Oh, a vent.
Oh.
What is this place?
It seems someone could fit through here.
Huh. Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right! Let Paimon write that down.
Okay.
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes. Let's head back up. Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. It seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
Okay.
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the vent leads to the Opera House's basement. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was found hiding there.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then. You know, like the kind you usually see in novels.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette.
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides. That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice. To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever happened anyway.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides? Paimon thought Neverlet called the shots.
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment, which is why people have great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
Because the killing...
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. Even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa, there's no need for that. Paimon thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing food?
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too.
After this,
I mean, what better way to
I like
properly
to
think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all. Just kidding. Paimon will still do her best, even if there are no snacks.
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh? Here? But how?
Understood, Demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the Demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
Oh no.
I have
she's
eggs,
that
sugar,
kinda
and almonds
girl.
at the ready.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
These three are quite the interesting group.
Kalau Kafka tidak bersalah, siapa yang bersalah?
And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still in the even better now. Paimon can't stop drooling. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have them do more during the baking process.
Ini gue bakal
But you ended up doing the entire thing by
sampai
yourself.
material si
Beating the
Kappa
egg whites,
itu
grinding
kebuka ya.
almonds, everything.
I was applauding. And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty beating egg whites and baking like this?
Oke.
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks.
Oh.
Don't underestimate beating egg weights, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also
Okay,
need to
Nana
beat them to
Pusuan.
just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try.
Itai.
Fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Only
3?
Ada.
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think
Bentar
clearly
ya.
about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite, strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mind and lifts the spirit. No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
Okay, let me go back to
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines.
Bentar.
The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course,
Membingungkan
but
nih.
they lack any logical motive.
Exactly. Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
Okay. Okay.
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her
Gimana
clothes,
caranya
and her
si ini
abduction.
balik lagi ke sini coba.
Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Paimon thinks that makes
Masih di
sense,
sini.
but the real trouble is...
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person. But the only people left to consider are both technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowl.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowl before making her escape?
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
Were we not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell great! They're nice and
Makan
crisp
mulu
and
lu.
super sweet!
They are my specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3, honest!
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough.
Terus sudah di perut.
Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? How could you? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach!
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal. Malus, set up the stove again if you would.
Oh no.
What are you doing?
Making some more.
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, demoiselle.
Demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Well, this really is your hobby, huh?
Boom.
Well, that's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the two of you think the case over again. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
All right, thanks for your help and for the snacks.
It was nothing.
Yeah.
A small task for the
Lagi.
Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
Kemungkinan terlibat pihak ketiga.
All right, it's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial. Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare.
Kenapa harus nunggu sampai siang?
They should help you review the situation.
Padahal kan saya indoor. Oh, belum ngambil ini. Faruzan. Oh iya, Faruzan. And this thing. And
Kita ke sana lagi kalau udah.
Oke. Nyeh.
Oke. Apakah ada bos?
Okay,
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
Oh. Tayla dengan kekuatan MC ya, main karakter.
Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. We'll get to the truth one way or another.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you,
Blade gue udah di review nggak bang? Hah? Blade siapa? Tar.
Finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Kok nggak nyadar loh?
Well, now, don't you all look disappointed. Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed. That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session. Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Belum gua ini masuk ke supportnya.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Oh,
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
nggak tahu tadi. Kira tuh lagi ini.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his
Tapi
statement in
kalau
any
story
way?
bisa nggak sih?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the
Pedoman
first
gitu.
shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Lenny is
Nanti
clearly lying.
Kita kelarin lawan.
There is no way
Kalau
you
nggak salah
could
lawan
have
bos
been
kan
in the
nanti
box the
habis ini.
whole time if you were to abduct
Kayaknya kalau
Halsey
bos
and
main
murder
bos
Cowell.
kayaknya
In fact,
Nah, gua
I'd
mau
say
nyoba
you
di
were
mana
hardly
ya?
in that
Lawannya.
tunnel at all.
Ini resin gua.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of
Coba
any
black nih.
kind?
Gimana nih?
No, nothing.
I see.
Habis nih
But
story nih.
when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Hey, hang on. Something's not right here.
Oh, lawan bos masih lama. Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box and I definitely heard the thud.
Ini lagi.
Look at those scales. Could those be...
Enak lah. 40 ya, cukup ya.
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
Masih puzzle nggak jelas dulu. Tadi ini.
No wonder
Bisa
they
ya?
did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatsui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute.
Gue add dulu. Gue kira bisa cari dari sini.
Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to
Kapan
be
di
kept
review
secret
bang, bentar
now.
dulu.
Unless
Ini
your script
gua kira bisa
already
di
has
ini.
holes in it. The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy.
Lihat yang mana nih?
Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the
8,
all-nighter I pulled last night is
2, 1.
really paying off.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
Tadi?
Order! Order!
Oh, 836 kok.
Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims
ini.
true?
Bisakah langsung kita pakai? Oh, ini nggak bisa. Kira dari sini dulu bisa. Pati.
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
Lanjutnya.
They're both.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
Granted.
Bentar, kita lihat.
In that case, what is your request?
Good, itu review. Maksudnya review di video Anda
Is that
tuh
really necessary?
gimana nih? Gue bingung.
They're already as good as
Review di sini
guilty.
ngelawan ini.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
Order! Order, I
Diklik
say!
karakternya.
Your request is reasonable, and we shall
Pakai
adjourn.
super.
This trial will reconvene in
Pakai
1
super
hour.
jadi gue ini agak bingung.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought. In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
Has to be this way. Is it has to be this way?
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Arkon would dig all that up.
Bentar. Apanya
I'm
nih?
sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Yeah, sorry.
Gua kalau Blade.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted
Jarang
you two.
jarang lihat.
We based our entire reasoning on the
Ini harus
assumption that you weren't bad
ini dulu
guys.
sih sebenarnya.
Not to set the wrong tone or
Jadi
anything.
kasih berantem dulu sih gue.
Really mad.
Nggak ini ya.
I'm very sorry.
Nggak
I know
apal
you're angry,
ininya,
and reasonably
si
so,
Blade-nya.
but please, let me explain.
Relik-reliknya.
I know you've clashed with the Vatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you
Blade tuh
upset.
apa sih ininya?
But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Bukan Blade.
Right
itu,
now,
Blade
we want to
tukul,
save
bukan.
people. As many as we can.
Kenapa
That's
Blade
right.
tukul di Google gue?
I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face.
Blade ini siapa namanya? Blade Marvel. Aduh.
I knew if it weren't for our
Guys.
respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
Bukan ini tuh. Buat builnya.
Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Ya kali Anda.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say
Tunggu
that,
ini
but...
terus ya. Gacha terus ya.
Right. Let's hear your answer first, and no lies now.
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask.
Gua nggak bisa.
We've been trying to
Ini
find
kalau
out how the
misalnya nggak
Oratrice
bisa
operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Kalau nggak pakai
Is
healer,
that why you
bubar
needed a
nih
whole
si Blade
minute?
tuh.
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box.
Untung nggak liat Endo loh.
So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera
Ini
House
gua udah liat
basement
Edolan
via
Anda
vent
S1,
and went to
gila.
investigate the room in which the core is stored.
Ngapain gitu Anda?
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel
Anda sangat
specifically to
ini ya,
execute the
sangat
step.
siapa nih Bung Fatim Fatim Kun
nothing.
ini?
As soon as I reached that room and was about to
S1
investigate, I
gila.
heard someone's voice.
Salah.
Which should have been
Gila.
impossible, of course.
Aja
I
udah
was
dapat
quite
karakter
certain
aja
that I was the only one in
udah
the
ini
room.
udah senang gitu. Ini
That voice seemed to
kamu
recognize
pasti
me and tried to
gesek-gesek
speak
nih.
to me.
Atau
I chose to
banyak
err on the
ininya.
side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the
Pasti
broken vase and the
gesek-gesek nih.
clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished,
Pasti
so
anak
there wasn't
gesek-gesek
time to
nih.
give it any thought.
Atau emang
After
banyak
that,
ininya aja nih.
the homicide occurred
Kamu
just as you
menabungnya
saw.
sungguh bagus.
Well, that explains
Nabungnya.
why you didn't hear the thud.
Ya kalau
Because of that prophecy I told
kalau
you about,
misalnya
of
attack-attack
course,
atau
we
apanya
must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized
tahu ya.
crisis.
That's
harus
the only way we can save
dicoba dulu
everyone.
nih.
So, there you have it.
Setidaknya
The
lawan
whole
bos lah.
truth. I swear,
Eko gua
I
udah
didn't
ini.
hide anything from you this time. It was
Kalau
never my wish to
misalnya
proceed under this
yang
cloud of mistrust either.
Universal yang di Herta itu gue kelarin
But like I said earlier, you can be the judge.
buat support mah.
If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
Ada yang support itu karakter gue lupa yang Universal yang di Herta itu. Yang
Paimon will
Universal
follow your lead however you choose.
itu harus itu nggak sih? Harus kita iniin.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for
Tidak
giving
ada.
us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations,
Wah,
we're
kok
gonna
jadi
need a
teringat ini?
seriously watertight defense. Huh?
Ada puzzle lagi tuh di situ. Oke, wah, liatnya
Paimon thinks she gets
satu
what you
ya.
mean.
Garam nih.
Oke.
Ini mah, oh ini mah manggil ini ya. Margi enggak kargo atau manggil ini? Putar. Saya sudah lihat edolonnya tadi.
Both parties have returned to their positions.
Anda
Let us
gila.
continue the trial.
Kalau nggak hoki pasti gesek biasanya.
When last we left off,
Gila
Mr.
di
Linney
tangannya.
acknowledged the new evidence
Indah
presented by
sekali ya.
Lady Farina as fact.
Aja kalau udah dapet karakter aja udah
Lady
males
Farina
tuh.
may continue stating her reconstruction of the
Gacha lagi
events.
tuh.
Ugh, that took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention. At this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linny's
yeah.
perspective.
I don't understand.
Lanjut lagi storynya.
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel.
Okay.
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud.
Kenapa
He did
tidak
not
kita dobrak
realize that
saja
the sound could
biar
be
cepat
heard by
gitu.
everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that
Blade-nya
strange
ini ya,
noise,
satu,
and
gila.
caught Linny red-handed. So Linny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident. And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina's description of the events?
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events. What Linny experienced and what he saw.
Bentar. Ini tadi siapa yang tadi mau di-add tuh?
Suara keras.
According to Linny, he left
Apa tadi
via the
yang mau
vent
di-add tuh?
after entering the tunnel. He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Siapa yang mau di-add tadi? Bentar ya. Tadi temen, tadi ada yang mau di-add deh. Siapa ya tadi? Shit. Oh. Gila, Sele, Luka, Silverwolf, gila. Ini Bapak LFX. Bapak Alvini. Oke ya, udah add tuh. Tinggal meja. Oke.
Not that one.
Lanjutin lagi.
Also not that one.
Oh, kita harus nyari dulu. Aduh. Ntar itu muter-muter. Kan sih muter-muter. Bentar ya. Oh.
Contradicted.
Linny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core.
Oh.
This is the actual truth. Linny did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has something to say!
Wah, mulai ngadi-ngadi nih Paimon.
When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time. Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened from his point of view. Therefore, he's innocent!
Ah, banyak ngejebak ya.
Okay.
Paimon did it! Paimon actually managed to say all that! Oh, wasn't it awesome?
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
That's right!
My reasoning?
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell them! And that's why they're partners of mine. We've managed to turn things around. Oh, well, your denial is very strident, I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims? Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask? You're saying that he wasn't?
Oke, kita masuk. Waduh.
Barang bukti apa yang dapat membuktikan bahwa Helene tidak berada di dalam lorong? Saat kasus terjadi.
Aduh, ini bencananya. Bang, ya bisa bikin kayak gini dong.
Nothing is relevant. The only thing relevant is
Tai.
three.
Itu enaknya Himeko sama Kafka. Aduh. Oh, Hero Ray. Let's
Are you
go.
sure we don't need to give this more thought?
Boom.
That's right! Linny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel. That's why he didn't hear anything strange during the performance. This means that when the crime happened, Linny had already entered the basement via the vent.
Pasti senseinya tadi.
The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Well played. To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
I'm just okay.
Kembang api yang diluncurkan di akhir pertunjukan menyebabkan tali penahan. Sehingga jika Lenny bukan lagi tersangka, maka anggota rombongan sulap lainnya sajalah yang bisa mengotak-atik
ini berarti
sulap.
masih ini ya, belum bosnya.
Menjelaskan secara detail
Nyoba
tentang
pakai
teks sulap
kapalnya.
tersebut dengan menggunakan kotak di dalam kotak. Nonton. Sementara melalui terowongan yang sama ini mah. Baju pakaian yang hilang ditemukan terowongan penyebab.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along?
Bentar.
Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a...
Ayo, let's go. Bapaknya ngapain lagi?
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
This clue pointing to this.
Coba aku tebak. Pasti
And
kita harus cari
her
kunci.
pointing to this.
Let me guess.
Okay.
Huh? That can't be right. The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
Oh, is that so? How interesting! Let's hear your reasoning then.
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
Nggak usah pakai nada gitu ya, Pak. Belin.
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So, there must have been some fear that she would attract attention.
Mau tahu aja. Nadanya kayak gimana? Oh, zong.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant.
Aduh.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny. No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So
Halo
it would have been tough
Abimanyu.
for both people to fit into that vent.
Halo, halo.
They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
Halo, halo, welcome.
Wait, what?
Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal... The sound we heard may have come from a clash between... Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. No one entered or left the
Gua
opera
harus
house.
ngertiin dulu.
The sound
yang
we
harus
heard
kita
may
lakukan
have
di
come
sini?
from a...
Gue jadi bingung. Tar.
Nope. Bentar, kita sesuaikan adaptor dan kalahkan
The
semua
sound we
target yang
heard
kita
may have
bisa
come
main.
from a clash. It would have been tough for both people to fit into
Bentar,
that
ini harus
vent.
dipindah-pindahin dulu nggak sih?
They would likely have bumped into Linny as well.
Pak, yang ini apa nih?
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which
Tembak.
gave our criminal ample...
Oh,
It would have been tough for both people to...
oh
The
gitu.
sound we heard may have come from a clash.
Ini kita
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant.
bentar.
It would have been tough for both people... Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel.
Wih, UID 808. Ah, apa?
Oh, oke.
The deceased's name is Cal.
Kenapa?
No one entered or left the.
Kenapa? Tadi apa tadi kata-katanya? Oh, oke. Kayaknya harus di sini. Ini harus ke sini. Nah. Tembak.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
I see how it is. So this was all just a
Halo
bluff.
sepuh, apa
And here I thought
bukan
you had
sepuh.
something to show for it. But
Sepuh
it
apanya?
seems you're still far from
Saya
the
tidak
truth.
sepuh.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a
bukan
different
sepuh.
track? Just like the trick
Ya,
as it
Anda yang sepuh
transpired,
deh.
the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial
Waduh,
design.
cerita aja baru sampai
If only
sini.
we knew how Halsey
Udah di
disappeared.
mana?
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Emang aku aja 800.
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents. But
Emang
do you not
ini
see
ya?
that the crowd is growing impatient?
Ngaruh ya.
There is
itunya.
no greater
Bisa
sin
dibilang
in this
pemain lama
opera
pemain baru.
house than an awkward delay in
Dari
the
situ kah
performance.
kelihatannya. Dan gua ini aja masih baru-baru loh main ini.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Dari mana coba?
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment,
Lihatlah.
which gave our criminal ample
Gua aja
time.
masih Trailblazer
The
40,
sound
Pak.
we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Kamu lebih sepuh apa?
The deceased's name is Cowell,
Sebuah
Lenny's
apa?
assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment. The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important
Bilang,
evidence.
Bos.
The
Enggak.
water.
You did this on purpose.
Wow.
You.
Paimon gets it!
Oh, ada rusa.
If Halsey disappeared
Tiba-tiba dari bunga keluar rusa.
Lynette escaped
Katanya
from the water
bos
tank,
nyebelin
vanishing
katanya.
gradually and leaving only clothes behind. If there's
Kamu
a
lebih sepuh lah. TL 40 berarti
where
kita
a
sama ya.
person could
Iya.
be transformed into water.
Oh, Trailblazer masih 40, Pak. Belum ini.
Just a moment,
Kan
please.
lihat aja ceritanya
I
aja
do
masih di
hope you
sini.
know how preposterous you
Dari
sound at the
mana coba?
moment. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is
Ada.
reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
Ini sama kan? Nah, ini dulu. Nah. Lambat. Saya tidak senang. Tidak bisa dicepat. Bisa dipercepat
Must we
tidak.
really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend
Sama
Lenny
dong, iya.
already knows this truth very
Iya dong,
well.
harusnya sama dong.
Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection.
Nara, boom.
But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust the traveler's
Oh.
judgment. The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we
Langsung
try to
ulti
gather
tuh.
all
Iya,
the focal
ini
points that don't
udah
make
ulti nih.
sense.
Ya.
Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't
Orang
making much
api.
progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his
Ribet.
belongings, would it?
Oke. Rusak.
People really do
Kita nggak
come up
ngerti
with
dulu.
all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
Serang ini
Nevertheless,
dulu
I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney.
Meningkat.
Since the trial does
Panik.
indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
Kalau mau ulti Kafka, banget.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste. We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately.
Okay.
The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the
Keluar mulu nih
primordial sea.
akar-akarnya.
The primordial sea.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice. The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
You've got to be kidding! People dissolving into water?
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy, but it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order! It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify the veracity of these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found. Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please continue speaking.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hood! That one didn't make sense
dapat
at all.
semua nih. Saya enggak nih.
Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
Kafka belum dapat sih. Ya, nanti.
Siapa
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant.
Berapa hari
He
lagi
would
sih
have been
Kafka?
able to tamper with the equipment.
Barang apa yang digunakan pelaku untuk mengontrol waktu pelarutan?
Laut aja.
Lynette was in the
Sekolah
magic
bocah
box
tuh.
on stage the entire time. Did she
Lawan
have something to do with this?
budak-budak ini, aduh. Boom, dah, kelar.
I remember there was something else within the
Tuh,
inner
kan Blade
layer
belum
of that
dapat sih
box.
sama kok. Santai aja. Kalau gua skip kayaknya.
Barang apa yang digunakan pelaku untuk melarutkan?
The water from the primordial sea.
Di sebelah masih pusing sama
Barang apa yang
Genshin.
digunakan untuk pelaku untuk menyembunyikan?
Masih objection ya kan.
The rope that strung the water tank up was lit by the fire. Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead some form of triggering mechanism.
Oke.
Now it seems like the hook rope was not... The rope that strung the water tank up was lit by the fire. I remember there was something else within the inner...
Oke.
Ya lama-lama sih. Ini kayak beliau ya si Wells tuh. Beliau nih emang.
In the original plan, began, Cowl would tamper with the water tank rope, and the number selector securing his target. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowl would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel, and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. Okay. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Oke, lanjutin.
Oh dear. What
Ngomong
do I
gampang,
do?
Mbak.
Even
Wait,
I
wait.
think they
Ada
sound convincing now.
robot.
Have I falsely accused an innocent person?
Ngomong gampang sih, Pak.
What a humiliation.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's
Boom.
death. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence. I shall
Aduh,
now
si
invite him on
kakaknya.
stage to share it with us.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What?
That can't be. Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you. Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Iya, Natasanya.
Aduh, balik lagi kemari.
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent.
Okay.
Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner in crime.
Ada sesuatu yang harus kita
Ultimately, he knocked Cowl out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization.
Suruh ke sana, tapi tidak.
Am I
Apa itu?
right,
Oh.
Mr. Linny?
We've used up all the
Punya
evidence
horror
we
kan?
collected. There's no way for us to make
rusak.
a rebuttal here. Is this the end of the road?
Oh no!
Iya, Bapak Wells. Tapi pas ke situnya gue nggak gimana caranya.
Either.
Oh,
It doesn't look like there's any way
itu
around
ada.
this.
Tadi nggak kelihatan loh ada
Seems using
pintu
the
di
water
situ.
as new evidence was too good a
Kita
move.
putar dulu nih.
Why did this have to happen now?
I think we've
Gitu ya.
all seen enough now, and we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale. Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject.
Miss, I must ask you not to shout and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linny. If you...
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
Come on, go
Come
on,
on now,
wife.
don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again? And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Lenny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf. But as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
I understand.
Oke. Beres.
And voila.
Himeko memang kayak Himeko sama ini. Masih ada. Ya, kampus.
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey?
Boom.
So the whole thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence.
Udah.
I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin? I'm sorry. I'm the one who killed Cowl. I admit it.
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Linny was the one who caught me in the act.
Hey, no wonder you look familiar. So you were the thief. Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me.
Aduh. Ini ya.
He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was onto me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked him out and stuffed him into the box. There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Oke, ini ke sini.
Can a person even hide in there?
Sini. Sini. Putar sini. Nah. Beres. Tembak.
But I swear I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lillian's perspective.
First this.
Akhirnya ya. Kita lawan rusa ini, rusa.
Mana? Kita mulai dari sini. Oh, it's because there's nothing.
Putar. Ini oke. Salah. Ande. Terus pindah. Oke, mana? Oke.
I think that's not it.
Let's go lah. Masih ada tuh akar-akarnya.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up, but was smashed during the struggle between Lillian and Cowell.
Then no.
Ulti.
Wait. Apa yang dilakukan Ashley? Oh, this.
Lillian was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of an experienced thief.
Boom. Oh. Buset.
No.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lillian's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
And it's Ace Detective Paimon time!
Room.
Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked.
Dah,
Her
itu
panic only
akarnya
intensified
keluar mulu
after
dah.
she entered the tunnel and had water poured on her head. So she kicked the door open, producing the thud we all heard.
Boom.
Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lillian had not dissolved. He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine, but was a thief who made her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect,
Keluarin mulu dah.
tried to force Lillian back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lillian came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
Bisa dihilangin buffnya nggak? Yep. Boom.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the opera house these last 2 days.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped 2 of them right under our noses. Talk about a sneaky thief.
At this point, all the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
Ah, so that's
Tahap
the whole
kedua
story.
masih ada.
Bravo!
Nyata.
Bravo!
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request that the prosecution not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
Dimarahin bapak.
What? Are you reading my mind now?
Buset.
I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow, look at that!
Langsung ciut.
It's like a deflated balloon now.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events. The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowl, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen. To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowl thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowl entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent. While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case, at least, can be handed over to the Oratrice to make the final decision.
Look, kok
Aduh, Gepard.
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dare to bring before this court?
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes? I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes, I'll tell you everything I know. Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration. We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent mora off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea. I mean, this is the boss we're talking about. The...
It is real.
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Kok kayak di sini ya? Objection.
So, we're just going back now? That's true, but...
Traveler, Paimon, please wait.
Lenny...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me. But still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end. Even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui.
Ngapain SMS coba?
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight. I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
The Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story? It's about my past. Back when our parents first died, Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Ada apa? Wah.
Oh no. So he was gonna...
sudah terbuka.
But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
Memang setan.
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
Waduh, datang pas gue ngomong memang setan lagi, wah.
Tadi tuh, Anda juga waktu kemarin juga ngomong, kamu jelek pas viewer gua datang anjir.
Tapi dialognya gitu, tulisannya memang setan. Wah.
Wah, tar dulu
Bocah
ya.
tertib, mantap, bagus. Jempol buat kamu.
Oke. Ini kita udah berapa jam sih? Oh, udah hampir 4
That's
jam.
right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm,
Kita
and
ke
had even discovered several
simulet
girls
ya.
hidden in a
Mau
basement,
nyoba tuh.
all of them orphans.
Separuh gitu. Ceritanya kan sudah kelar nih.
Father, I
lanjutin
mean,
lagi
the
nanti lah.
knave, might have seen something in me,
Bapak
and
separuh.
so she made me an offer. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours.
Refresh.
Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust her. I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in first, giving us back our freedom.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
Hari ini off. Oke.
She has her own
Intinya
plans.
saya harus mendengarkan Kafka.
She has gained permission from the Sarita to first use the Gnosis' power when she
Gepard.
obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
Yun.
So,
Ya,
she
Yun lah.
believes in that prophecy too?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy.
Oh, halo Panda.
All of us house members here,
Kecil ini
Lady
enggak, aduh
Arkon
enggak.
herself included,
Kamu
are
akan
from
mengerti
Fontaine.
kalau kamu melihat Primo
We
game
won't give up on
saya.
defending our homeland.
Oke. Ini ada
Aduh.
orang sebelah lagi main Genshin dan nge-live juga.
To us orphans,
Halo,
the
halo.
only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family,
Wah,
is our
itu
homeland.
dia.
So, from small
Nanti
deeds
ya,
like distributing
kita
magic
lanjutin lagi
pockets
nanti.
to huge
Ngomongin itu
schemes
dulu.
like stealing a Gnosis, everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
Gue mau nyobanya pas Gepard aja lah, manual. Jelek ya
It's alright,
terus
I
gua
understand.
jelek banget ini ini.
The only thing I can do is relate all
Build-nya.
this to you. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the house, I have never stopped making my own decisions,
halo Pak.
and that I
Apa
believe
kabar
what I'm
Panda?
doing
Oh,
is
baik-baik
right.
kok.
Lenny itu kan
Saja.
apa? Dia ini kan apa? Archer Pyro. Waduh. Ya abis.
If you
Dia
should need
Archer Pyro.
anything at all in the
Gua
future, feel
udah
free
ada
to find me.
Yoimiya. Oh, thank you
I will do
Panda.
my best to help you. As
Oh, nama
plain
channel orang
Lenny.
sebelahnya ini AKRtoon.
AKRtoon.
A besar, K besar, R-nya besar,
Iya.
baru Toon.
TOON kecil aja, nggak usah
Orangnya
gede-gede.
channelnya gambar PP-nya ini putih, kacamata, berambut hitam. Wah. Thank you.
Bye, Lenny.
Nih, lihat nih, kagak ada apa-apa gua, kosong tuh.
Aw.
Nggak ada, kosong. Gua mengincar ini sih, Yelan sih, lebih butuh Yelan. Cuman ya belum kekumpulnya nih, Bambang emang.
Takut ini ya.
A blade
Iki ya,
embraces its
nanti.
duty.
Nggak, udah udah on red gua nih harusnya. Cuman takut gak keburu. Jadi saya main dulu. Ini seru sih sidangnya. Seru ya.
Hey there. What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? I do feel that we're getting closer to solving the serial disappearances case, though.
Dia pakai apa?
Don't you think so too?
Ini mah gampang.
Huh?
Saatnya naikin ini dulu.
What's wrong, my dear partner?
Ada boom.
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can
bentar
crack
ya.
a case that's been cold for decades now?
Loh.
Given that there's new
langsung aja lah.
evidence from
Nah,
the trial,
ini.
there should be a trail of breadcrumbs for the Hydro Archon's people to follow now, right?
Banyak.
Naikin dulu.
Pas bannernya
Apaan?
rilis punya saya cuma 500. Nggak bisa gacha. Kan Kurang ajar. Eh,
Kenapa tuh orang
wait,
sana
ntar.
marah-marah dengan gacha ya?
Oh iyalah, pergacaan duniawi itu. Nih, kalau mau nebeng ke sebelah juga. How about nah,
Event lagi.
kopi. Oke. Eh,
Aduh, si Loba.
tar. Gini. Bentar dulu.
Udah berapa kali nih gue ketemu si Loba kesini. Sebel gue. Gue dapet merah nih terusnya. Kan. Butuh insonance-nya.
Bentar, gua nggak bisa nganu.
Let's go.
Bentar. Ih, susah banget.
Wah, lawan elit. Ya. Ara.
Ara. Nah, tuh. Kalau mau mampir ke channelnya Fireman. Masih nge-honkai lu. Starel.
Yeah.
I see.
Kenapa? Nggak apa-apa.
I won't lie.
Gua ngepin
I'm a little
channel
shocked
lu.
to hear that from you. But I suppose you are just travelers who have only arrived in Fontaine after all. Sorry. I might have been too presumptuous.
Don't say that, Navia.
Boom.
And we were having so much fun investigating with you too.
Ya. Aku juga, kamu cantik.
It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope to spring forth, and the reflection in the murk to become clearer.
Okay, that's too much.
Sorry about that. I'm a bit prone to nostalgia. Don't mind me. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to commemorate our time as partners?
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal? Well, guess you really did treat us as partners, huh?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. That way there are no regrets later. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of your time.
Kenapa sih gue dapetnya ini mulu deh?
Ya udah ya. Ya udah, Paimon pasti sedang
You don't
makan.
have to twist Paimon's arm. If Boss Navia's treating, count Paimon in.
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine and head to the Hotel de Boer? I believe we'll make it just in time for dinner.
All right then, let's have
Lagi nabung.
Oke. Chapter 4 bagian 1.
Kelar ya.
Lanjut lagi. Udahan? Udah 3 jam sih. Saya setuju.
Ntar gua ini kelarin Gepard terus kita akhiri ya streamingnya.
Iya. Saya juga mau mengakhiri stream ini. Lumayan. Kelar persidangan. Lumayan tuh. Ntar sekarang hari Minggu ya. Aduh, besok kantor. Aduh, malas buat gua.
Kantor apa itu kantor? Saya ngantor sih sebenarnya juga.
Jangan gitu kamu. Loh, udahan. Iya, udah 3 jam, bro. Itu nggak ngurusin kasus persidangan Igiari. Oke, what is? Bentar, ini tempat apa? Kau bisa ngapain di sini? Manjat kah? Atau ini doang, landmark doang?
Wah.
Teleport. Oh, tempat teleport doang, I see. Bentar, ini jauh ya pindahnya. Pindahnya lumayan jauh. Oh iya, aku juga belum nyobain ini. Apa? Hydro Traveler menjadi Mega Man.
Cu.
Wah, udah asar. Paling gue malam main GTA. Ya bener. Renang dulu gak sih? Nah ini belum bisa. Nanti deh. Nanti kalau udah lanjut lagi. Abis ini baru bisa berenang berarti ya, Man ya?
Kenapa?
Berenang, kapan berenang? Aku mau berenang.
Malam mau GTA Anda.
Kayaknya sih gue mau GTA. Oh iya, ganti dulu. Ini. Ayo.
Just what will we come across this?
Nah, ayo kita cobain jadi Mega Man. Bukan ini. Patungnya, ntar. Patungnya cakep banget sih.
Edit lagi.
Ini.
Aduh. Si bapak ini. Saya lupa. Hitai.
Cakep betul patungnya. Orangnya tidak cakep, menyebalkan. Oke, let's see. Loh ini kayak freezer anjir. Pakai telunjuk. Gelut dulu nggak sih? Cobain ah. Aku belum daily betul. Lihat ini. Mana tuh belum selesai. Cari yang daily glut. Yang daily glut yang mana sih? Bukan. 1, 2, 3. Itu lagi mana? Satu lagi mana? Oh ini. Ini gelut nggak? Patungnya beda banget sama orangnya. Patungnya besar aslinya. Kok anjing aslinya talenan.
Gimana?
Di patungnya besar aslinya talenan. Perasaan gak serata itu dia. Nyebelin aja.
Boom.
Ntar. Mau nyobain ini dulu. Dendro Traveler nih. Patut dicoba. Patut di test drive. Gelut gak? Yang gelut sih ini. Ya. 11-12 sama Hutao. Ya Hutao tuh rata tuh. Tapi banyak yang demen anjir.
Oh iya penyuaranya.
Oh, I see.
Penyuaranya. Temen gue sampai
tahu semua.
Siapa namanya? Tuh, yang nyuarain si
Manifest.
Siapa?
Tuh, penuh sobat yang explosion.
Look at you, Boozle.
Tukang bom di Konosuba.
Oh si itu. Aduh. Kok gue jadi lupa.
Megumin. Nah,
iya Megumin.
Think you can bully me?
Cryo incarnate.
Aduh, harus skill dulu.
Transfiguration.
Boom.
Agak susah ya kalau nggak ngeburst. Oke. Burstnya belum nih. Glut lagi. Mana yang bisa diglutin? Siapa yang bisa diglutin? Coba dari atas. Biasanya banyak di atas gunung.
Daroi.
Perasaan si siapa nama Arkon Hydro?
Purin. Pururing. Kembus kan gua.
Kok gitu? Oke.
Purina aduh kok jadi lupa juga tuh gara-gara si bocil kematian emang.
Bocil kematian.
Arkon bocil kematian. Dari Sumeru yang bocil bijak
Tiba-tiba
ke Hydro langsung jadi bocil kematian semua.
Oke,
bocil bijak lah.
My apologies.
Bentar.
Ada kesel nih, wah. Mau auto dulu dah. Di sini pasti gepard. Gepard itu.
Wah, damage-nya kecil sekali. Oh, Purina. Iya.
Furi. Gue ingetnya dapat
solid.
Solid. Ada. Dapat lagi. Hancur. Yang ini pasti lawan gepard.
Buset, meledak, meninggal langsung.
Don't leave me.
Arkon Hydro serasa combo. Tidak salah, benar sekali. Dikatakan salah juga tidak benar. Mana nih? Ada.
Collecting rare and exquisite treasures. Yes,
Mbak,
this seems suitably sophisticated.
cobain dulu test drive.
Apa nih? Kok di gepard saya diarahin?
Loh, Gepard, kenapa Gepard?
Boom. Udah dihajarain.
Tapi jalan. Agak sulit. Iyalah udah mending Singku. Yalah, Singku Hydro the best emang.
Saatnya keluarin.
Aku butuh Yelan, gak punya lagi gua Hydro. Singku Barbara.
Break kan.
Oh iya,
salah
satu kan
mencet.
udah kelar.
Strum.
Ini bisa diklaim dong.
Boom.
Ntar ke patung dulu, kita berdoa dulu. Balik lagi ke nggak ada sini
Bergaca
dulu.
ya?
Iya, nggak mau gacha.
Gacha
Berdoa sama
Yelan.
Nahida dulu. Sekali 10 pull nih gua rasa. Sekali 10 pull doang. Atau masih kurang? Aduh, nggak punya duit gua gesek.
Gue takut bahaya nih.
Oke, ayo kita memohon dulu sama Almighty Nahida.
Coba Kafkanya itu kayak di boss tuh, bisa bikin orang tuh.
Gue paling males itu lempar-lempar granat, ngapain coba?
Apa bisikul?
Enggak itu, si Kafka. Lempar-lempar granat, nyulik-nyulik. Toko-toko, aduh.
Tapi aku mau kok diculik maksudnya.
Gimana? Tolong diulangi gimana?
Enggak sih.
Aduh, tidak. Aku tidak mau. Itu adalah terlarang. Menggesek adalah terlarang karena saya tidak punya
A
uang.
blade is like a tea leaf.
Masih kurang.
Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
Ya udahlah. Aku off dulu.
Boom.
Mungkin habis ini nanti malam saya mau coba main GTA lagi. GTA online karena saya tidak bisa main
Gepard, terima kasih.
Roleplay dulu. Agak bahaya main roleplay. GTA roleplay cuman.
Tapi kan udah ini kan.
Tapi kan kodenya
official yang itunya.
Kodenya masih bisa diakses. Cuman ya udahlah nantilah. Oke. Dasar. Jadi terima kasih sudah datang, terima kasih sudah mampir.
Kelarin Gepard kita udah akhirin streamingnya karena udah 3 jam ya kita.
Iya. Kita akhiri dulu streamnya. Terima kasih. Sampai ketemu lagi nanti malam kalau sempat. And goodbye.